What about you, Jeffrey? Like I teased at the beginning of this, you went somewhere
Yeah,
kind of fun
I
because
did.
in the local area, at least, they hosted a PGA tournament.
Yeah, and then met my brother there, and then the PGA Championship. They actually had like a dozen bus shuttle buses at least. Like it was nice. They were really well organized and everything like that, and it was awesome. So it
Yeah.
was great, and got there just before 8, and we spent shockingly. I honestly I thought we were going to be there till only like 2 or 3 in the afternoon or something like that, or sorry, like 1:30 to 2:30. We didn't leave till like almost 4:30. Like it was an all day thing. We had a
Mhm.
great time with it. It was awesome and beautiful weather. It was supposed to rain. It drizzled the tiniest bit when we got there. But other than that, it was kind of a mix of cloudy, sunny, hot, cool, overcast, you name it.
Yeah.
But it just didn't rain the rest of the day. It was very nice. So that was awesome. We got to see all sorts of golfers. We saw Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson. We saw Justin Thomas. I'm trying to think who else we saw. We saw John Rahm,
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka. So we saw a bunch of
I
like
would have been
the
on
top
there, but I'm
names.
not good at golf. So
Hey, maybe it's too many golfs.
we do have to do a rematch.
We do. I gotta get my mini golf skills going because
Yeah.
down at the beach this year, I think we're hosting another LBI Open tournament as we like to call it, and my brother won last year, so but I wasn't there to try to take him down.
Mm.
So this is the first year I'm going to be there for. So in quite some time. So I better bring my A game and I got to bring my one of my PGA hats that I got and everything. Dude,
Of course.
by the way, the merch store, oof, dude, this store was unbelievable. Like how much stuff because obviously it's in the Philly area. How
Yeah.
much stuff they collaborate with like Phillies, Sixers, Eagles.
Obviously, they
Surprisingly,
were going
they
crazy.
didn't
They were putting
have
all in on the Philly front.
any
Yeah.
like Flyers themed merch, which I was really disappointed by because I would have loved to get a new Flyers hat. But there's some sick merch there, so I'll have to. I can't remember if I sent you any of the ones, but yeah, there was the one
You
that
might
has
have. You
was
sent a lot of snaps that day. You might
I
have.
send so much. Yeah, it's because like for certain things I like to document a lot of stuff. Where it's like, oh, like other people who might not be able to be there, like get to
Yep.
see it through my camera and everything like that. But then, ironically, like for like a big event, like my birthday, I realized the other day I took like 2 pictures,
I know.
and that was it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah. I
so
was thinking
annoyed
about
with
that the other
myself.
day too. It's like we
Yeah.
didn't take many
No, we
pictures
did it,
during
and
that
I was
weekend at
so
all.
annoyed with myself because
We even
once
had a
again,
little. We even had a little Polaroid. I think we took like one picture with it.
we took like one. It was funny. It was like a couple of us with Lucas, and we were balancing. I don't know why I decided to do it. We were hardly even drinking. And just for fun, I put a beer can on Tommy's head, and it stayed there perfect. It was a full beer can too, for whatever reason. I don't know, just a bunch of idiotic thoughts that go through our heads.
Yeah.
So when we're hanging out, but yeah, no, I was annoyed with myself. I was like, usually I take a bunch of, or try to at least take a
Yeah.
bunch of
Normally,
pictures and. Yeah, so it is what it is. But we
that's
live in
also
the moment and
because
have fun with it.
that weekend didn't the weather didn't help much. So a lot of that
True.
weekend was just kind of sitting around, just catching up, sharing stories,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
So
So
like that
there
probably
wasn't
didn't help.
really that opportunity to really like getting many pictures outside of like when we went out to
Yeah.
eat or something like that. There was
Yeah,
just
and
not
let's
really
have it.
enough opportunities
We didn't
to.
even get a picture out at dinner either, so it's
Yeah,
all good. So
yeah,
yeah, but it's fine. So but yeah, the golf course is beautiful though. We ended up so there's very limited what you were actually allowed to bring. So we didn't want to bring a whole lot with us.
yeah.
We brought like an unopened water bottle that we could refill. That way we could just
Makes sense.
but yeah, go refill it whenever needed. And thankfully, as part of the tickets, they actually, to our surprise, included food. So it was like you get one hot or cold sandwich, one non-alcoholic beverage, and one snack. But like, they didn't really say how many times you go. Like we only went twice, but still, like I'm sure if you really want to, you could go 3 or 4 times, and like they probably didn't seem to
Probably
care. So
catching
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
yeah.
so many people there. It's probably hard to kind
Well,
of
that's what I
figure out who
mean. And
it was, but
how would they even know? So I don't know,
yeah.
but no, it was cool though. So even for it being like a golf event, I thought it was pretty decent food. It was actually really cool. One of the things we got to do was there was a swing analysis we got to do. Like you just have to sign up. It's free to do and everything like that. But ironically. one of the guys at one of the bays running it, um, he met my brother who I went with out in I guess like I forget where they went to like somewhere recently. My sister in law and my brother went somewhere for a wedding recently, like towards like Mexico area.
Hmm.
And ironically, this guy Raj, super chill dude, very nice. Like he was like one of the pros who played like because they played pickleball there out there like crazy like, every day, and he was one of the pros there, so they got to play with him all the time. And he mentioned that he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to the PGA Championship in a couple weeks." And Raj is like, "Oh well, I'm actually one of the guys who runs the swing analysis there. Stop on by, and I'll give you guys some free Pro V1s."
There
And
you
so like,
go.
oh, this is sick. So guys did the swing analysis. It was really cool. Of course, like you only get the one shot, but he's like, come back as many times as you like, and you just have to give a different email address each time, and each time you do it, we'll give you like
Yeah.
a couple more Pro V1 golf balls and everything like that. We because of time they're doing that, and we actually having a lot more fun than and spent so much time than they were actually expecting. We only did it once, but still we got two free Pro V1s with it, so
There
it's
you go.
cool. And
Yeah.
my the one swing ahead, because that was the first time I saw the golf club in like a year.
Yeah.
Absolutely shanked it. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
Mitch
expected.
was
So
saying the other day, my dad and I just had to pick a time just to
yeah,
take off work and say, you know what, we're gonna go golf this day, like during the week sort of thing, just so we don't
yeah,
have to deal with like not as many crowds, but
smart,
still
yeah.
this kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, if you guys potentially need a fourth at some point, let me know because
Of
I like to
course.
go golf at least once or twice this year because
Yeah,
I
so do
did
I.
not golf
I did not golf at
at
last
all
year. Well,
last
no, I
year.
did once technically, but it was during Mitch's bachelor party.
Yeah, 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 I gotcha. But no, so overall, it was a super cool experience and first ever golf event I've ever been to. So it was a lot of fun. Definitely
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and um, we ended
Yeah.
up bouncing back and forth like between a couple holes where we would stay at one hole for a couple groups of three. Once like a couple groups went by, we would then go to another spot. Like sometimes we would say teeing off. We mainly spent closer towards like the fairway toward the green, or we can see actually their actual approach shots, or like on par three, we would stay on the green. But especially like the bigger names, like it was Rory, Spieth, and Rom, their group. We had to see on a couple holes actually. We jumped ahead to like hole three at one point, and they caught up to us, which was really nice. We were hanging out, and then same thing with like eight. We did that again, and it was really cool. So we did have fun with it, and it was nice.